Hey guys, my name is Paul and we're playing No Man's Sky. I'm kidding. This is Elite Dangerous and it's finally on the PS4, so I got a chance to try it out. This game is huge. This game is absolutely huge. It's a space adventure simulation. It has a ton of stuff, and this is a pre-recorded video and I'm doing the commentary over it because I was just really concentrated on learning as much as I could about it. And now that I felt confident enough to play it, here's my best run so far, even though there's quite a bit of cuts and edits because I was just struggling trying to know what to do next. But I think it went really good. Alright, this game is by Frontier Development and it's around £40 on the PSN store, and you basically do missions. You get errands from point A to point B, and eventually you get really interesting events like space battles or whatever happens in space during those errands. But it's mostly it's fairly straightforward once you get to know it. Right. So I really like to mention something, and it's the design on this game, the visual aspect of it, also the user interface is really amazing. It reminds me of Mass Effect 2, all the Cerberus tech with the orange neon designs. It's really nice. Sometimes you can get a little bit too much information, but I was testing the controller, and even though the interface mostly doesn't tell you what to press, you intuitively press it and it just works. And mostly on menus. Maneuvering the ship is another story, but it's usually really fine. I did struggle a bit in maneuvering at some point, but oh well. I mean, I guess in the year 3000 I'll probably won't get a license to drive these. You start this game with the Sidewinder, which is the first starter ship, and yeah, well, like I said, you basically start with a first errand and progressively start getting more. They tell you which locations to go, you set a destination to them, and eventually reach them. In this case we're going to Eranin, and then we gotta go to a specific space station to deliver what is it? Well, something. Right now we're in the Basker's Prospect space station. Here I'm gonna show you mostly the main interface when you're inside a space station. This game has a really in-depth market where you can just explore all the goods that are on sale. They're mostly ingredients to manufacture whatever. There's also resources, and of course everything works on credits. So the more errands you do, or if you're a pirate or whatever, you'll get I mean, this is a game that really rewards you on the long run. So at first it does have a stiff learning curve, but eventually you'll really learn all the fun stuff you can do in this game. I mean, people on Steam put like, what, 800 hours on this? That's quite a bit. But yeah, anyway. Just look at all this stuff. I mean, I'll be showing you this interface as fast as I can, and then we'll get on a flight mission. So you got commodities market, the mission board, the passenger launch, which shows a bunch of people you can recruit. I think I tried logging in here and I had an error. It didn't actually connect for some reason. Might be my internet though. Yeah, I think this is the part where it struggled. But it's the only one actually so far, yeah. Anyways, there's passenger launch with some characters who have prerequisites that you can obtain. I'm not sure why this connection is slow. It could be my internet, or it could be PSN, I'm not entirely sure. But eventually it does load. We got people like these characters, these fellows. They have a lot of faction reputation, they have system influence. I mean, the lore in this game, there's just so much stuff that of course a player that has a bunch of hours into this will feel very familiar with all this. But a rookie like myself, well, it's a bit overwhelming. We also have obviously your stats. Obviously, since I'm just starting, I don't have anything at the moment. I tried opening the block market to see how different it was from the regular market, but I'm not sure why it didn't load. I probably need to go deeper into the story to find all the good stuff. And the crew lounge. Here we got people who we can recruit, and they will help you on missions. Sometimes you can even use the weapons on your ship while one of these dudes fly your ship for you. I'm not sure how well that works, like leaving your precious ship to the AI. Hopefully it's pretty decent. Would be interesting to at one point and get all the recruits. But you start a game with 1,000 credits, which when you saw the market, it's like chump change. You can't actually buy, well, basically anything. Okay, that's the first column of this interface. The second one has a thing called Galnet, which is basically the internet of the year 3000. And it has all the news. It has a news feed about all the stuff occurring in the system, around the galaxy, in the simulated Milky Way. And it's interesting. I mean, this is really in-depth when it comes to simulation. Look at all these news. Look at this backlog. That's insane. Here you can read each one of them to your heart's content. These are like summaries. Oops, wait, I need to check something. I forgot the third column. Right, your commander character. Now this is interesting, because you can actually customize them. Let me fast forward this because I'm trying to do something funny. Since we're playing a game that reminds me of Mass Effect 2, we're doing our best to recreate female shepherd, because that's what I mostly do when I have the chance to create a custom character for some reason. And there you go. That's the best I could do. I even got an achievement for doing this. But right. And you get an updated avatar next to your name. Next up, we got the customization of your Sidewinder, or whatever ship you can get. You got paint job, front decals, your ship name, which I called the Iliad because, I don't know, I felt it was cool. You can buy upgrades to your ship, new weapons. I mean, you can just go crazy on this. Also, the amount of details each stuff has on the interface. And of course, you can buy different stuff on the Frontier store. There's some stuff that you can only get there, I believe. But of course, extra currency or real money. But that's enough of that. Let's just fly around. Basically, you gotta leave the hangar and then you can launch. This is a nice little fast tutorial. You'll see why. It tells you exactly what to do in a specific order so you familiarize really fast with the controllers. I believe this is like too long didn't read version of the first 2 training levels. It basically has, well, what you would expect of a flying simulation game. Playing this game, I actually felt like I was playing, what's it called, an Euro Truck Simulator. It felt kind of similar in terms of just concentrating on the details, and eventually everything just works smoothly. As you can see, the whole interface below is detailed. You can see your ship there. If you see next to your radar, there's another small radar with a white dot. That is your current destination. So basically, we're trying to go there. Once you lock on to that destination, as you can see the little dot that's blinking now, you charge up and you go speed of light, I believe? Not entirely sure. And bam, there we go. We're going to our first mission destination. We're gonna leave some stuff. And this is a really cool effect right here. I like how it always sets you right in front of a sun. Okay, not always, but it's funny. The soundtrack in this game is also pretty charming. It's very mystical in a weird way. Also reminds me of Interstellar. Fantastic movie. And that's a good sign for a game. Anyway, we're going to the Asavan orbital. After we struggle a little bit to get there, we reach it. You see the distance and speed are on blue. That's when you can stop your charge with triangle, and somehow that happens. You reach the space station. Once you're near it, you have to request docking. I got denied for some reason. Let's try that again. Alright, so if you don't if you don't request docking and you land on a space station, you'll get shot down in you'll get like 30 seconds to leave, or you'll start getting destroyed. People will start shooting you or whatever defense mechanisms they have. Okay, so now that we got permission, we just go near it and land our ship and enter its hangar so we can complete our mission. It's a little bit tricky to control the throttle, but you'll get used to it. Alright, once you reach the landing platform, you gotta show your detach your landing gear, and as you can see, I'm struggling really bad with this landing pad. I had to fast forward this footage because that is ridiculously hard to land. I cannot believe how difficult that was. But anyway, I eventually got it, and now we are able to enter the hangar. And we are now in Asaban Orbital. Seriously, landing a ship in this game was so unnecessarily difficult. I cannot believe how hard that was. But anyway, now that we're here, we open up the orbital's interface and we complete our mission by talking to the guy who, well, requested it. Alright, Consular Ernest Dudley, I am Commander Shepard, and here's your stuff. There we go. We can claim our reward, and we just got 10,000 credits. Now we got 11,000. Alright. We got a little bit of reputation there, I believe. But yeah. Well, this was Elite Dangerous, a fantastic game that will obviously be so rewarding once you put a lot of time into this, and I really recommend it. It's a little bit stiff, but it's really fun. So, thanks for watching, guys. See ya.